Okay, have we begun? Let me check on my monitor, but it should be live right now. I think I've configured everything properly on YouTube. Let me see. It is always a challenge for me because I have another channel. I have to always change my settings to stream on the right channel. Okay, but I think everything is working here. I can see myself on my monitor. How are you, fellas? How are you doing today? I can see there Robofake, Boy G Guy, Pinas, Rafael, QAS, good afternoon. I saw that Pedroca, Sap Cowboy was there as well. The Fry Pan Man, they're actually playing with us on our new server on Miami. Now we have a United States server, a North American server. Hey, hello, Risney BR, Bidufi, Jet, Oven Draws, João Vitor, Walter, yo, how are you doing? Today we'll be playing on our new Miami server. The IP is this one you can see on screen. All you have to do is type this on your console. You open the console, the TF2 console, type in connect, leave it a space, and then type this IP. You can also add the server to your favorites on the community server browser in-game using this IP. And if you want to just copy and paste it, it's already in the description down below. So yeah, now we have a United States server. Let's hop in there so we can already play. We have some people here already. Pedroca, Robofake, Frypan Man, Sap Cowboy, and Memes 0308 are here playing with us. Hey, hello there, Logan. Hello, Capitão Juj. Hello, João Vitor. I think I already greeted João Vitor. And João Vitor is asking me the new hot question, the question of the moment. What do I think about Faceit, the announcement they made that they will be coming to TF2, to casual TF2? And Pinas is asking me if I think that the Liberty Launcher needs a buff. I think so, Pinas. It is a underused rocket launcher and I would like to see it being buffed. And T-Pose gang is already here, nice. That's a good thing. So yeah, about Faceit, João Vitor. I think it's good news, Faceit coming to TF2. It is great, the game needs more attention from third-party companies like this, and I think it makes sense. If Valve won't give the game some love and attention, that another company hops in and starts to doing something for the game. I already had the opportunity to play on Faceit servers back in 2017 when they had TF2 competitive servers. Now they are going to launch their casual system, 12 versus 12, just like casual matchmaking, but without random spread and without random crits, just like our London and Miami servers that we usually play here. So I think that's a good idea, you know. It will bring some life into the game, and the fact that people will have an alternative to casual matchmaking is always a great thing. I only have some concerns and one pet peeve with this Faceit announcement. This is a great skin to have on your rocket launcher. Looks great. I really like it. But yeah, I only have some concerns and one pet peeve. My concerns are about how long and for how extensive will be Faceit support to the TF2 community. Because as I said, they had TF2 support for competitive back in 2017 or something like that. And they dropped that support. I don't know exactly why. I think it's because they didn't see as many players as they were hoping. Or maybe there weren't enough TF2 players buying Faceit Premium to justify running the servers. So I think that's a concern. How long will they support us in this manner? And the fact that they are only releasing Europe and US servers, I think they have only servers in the Netherlands and Dallas. Netherlands in Europe and Dallas in the US. that tells me that they are more like doing a test, doing an experience to see if TF2 players will be interested on playing on Faceit. And it makes sense from their point of view. They are a company looking for profit. They are not some sort of community project that's doing things for the love of the game. Faceit is a private company. Faceit wants to be profitable. That's the difference from... That's how they differ from community projects like Creators.tf. Creators.tf is not looking to be profitable. They do what they do because they love the game, they play the game, they are part of the community and they want to support it. Faceit, on the other hand, is a company that wants to be profitable. So that I think is a bit concerning, because if their business with TF2 isn't profitable in the end, be it directly or indirectly, there's a possibility that they will drop the support to the game, as they did back when they offered competitive lobbies and decided to drop that feature. At least in my region, they decided to drop that feature in South America, as far as I know. I could be misinformed about this, I don't know. So that's one concern. The other concern is about the spread of their support. I saw a lot of people asking for servers on Asia, on Oceania, I think that's how it's called, the Australia region, Australia, New Zealand, and South America. That's where I'm from. And their response to it was that they would support these regions if there were enough content creators and communities around in those regions. And that strikes me as odd, because there are plenty of TF2 players in Australia and New Zealand, for example, and there are quite some prominent and significant content creators from those regions as well. If I'm not mistaken, for example, Mr. Paladin is from Australia, I think so. But there's Wemo, for example, who is working with Faceit, by the way. He promoted their servers in one of his videos. And I find it really odd that there are those creators and they are not launching with servers on Australia. And I don't even have to talk about South America. Everyone forgets South America exists. Or even Africa, for example. It is sad, really. And I'm concerned if they will ever bring servers to these regions. If at all, you know. I filled a form on their website, kinda letting them know, hey, I'm a content creator from South America, we have a community down here, release servers for us, please. But I don't know if that will have any effect. So that's my second concern. And my pet peeve, that I'm kinda, in Portuguese we say, in Brazilian Portuguese we say cabreiro. That's like slang for worried, you know. Worried / paranoid. It's kinda like that. And I'm worried they won't properly support Linux. That's something I've been asking in many places on social media. I asked directly on their Reddit AMA about Linux support. And as far as I know, Linux will work with Faceit servers. However, the problem is they have a proprietary anti-cheat system. That's a great anti-cheat, by the way, it works great. And they don't require you to install and use their anti-cheat. They will only make you use their anti-cheat if your account is flagged as suspicious. That's what they say. So, by default, Linux players should be able to play on their servers. But what worries me, and that is my pet peeve, is that they will see that someone is running Linux and they then flag their account as suspicious. Oh, you are running Linux, you're playing on Linux, your account is suspicious. You know, something like that. And because of that, you won't be able to play on their servers because their anti-cheat, that is mandatory on suspicious accounts, only runs on Windows. So I don't know. I've seen some anecdotal reports of that already happening on Reddit, but I'll wait for them to release their servers and test it out for myself to see if that's really the case or if I'm only being paranoid, you know. Because that would really suck, in my opinion. And it would make Faceit not worth my time, honestly. But overall, I think it's good news. I'm really hyped for it, and I hope they make a good service for the TF2 community. It will be nice. There are a lot of people now on chat. Let me check it out what you are saying. Let me see here. A lot of people have arrived. We're playing on our Miami server, by the way. The IP is down below in the description if you want to join. Even people from Europe seem to have a manageable ping here. I know RoboFake is from Portugal and he has 126 ping, so if you're from Europe, feel free to join as well. Or South America even. I'm from Brazil and I have 130 ping, which is not ideal, but it's manageable. It's less than what I had last week. So yeah. Hey Devi, Curly Patty is there. Hello Curly Patty, how are you doing? Jet Oven saying there is a server. Yes, we now have a US server, a Miami server. What's the name of my server? This one is Oh Yeah Miami. The IP is down below in the description if you want to join. Hello Simoster, Nicholas, Trolleyfish. Hello Trolleyfish, how are you doing? And Dev is saying, what do you think is going to happen to Faceit if Valve updates the game so it's back to being awesome? And he's saying he wants UK servers. Yeah, me too. I think Netherlands. Well, I think Netherlands is kind of more like Central Europe, so it makes sense for them to launch with Netherlands servers, because that way they can appeal to, I think, a larger part of the continent. But it would be nice to have UK servers. Our server is based on the UK, it's based on London. But yeah, hopefully Faceit will increase the regions of their servers in the future. But yeah, what I think would happen to Faceit if Valve updates the game so it's back to being awesome, I think they will do even better, Faceit, because the main appeal to their servers, besides the fact that they will be heavily moderated, that at least that's what they promise, to ban cheaters and bots and stuff like that, I think that other than that, the main appeal is the fact that you can... come on. I'm rubbish at Soldier. Is the fact that you can win game items. You can win hats, Australians, and even real-world hardware like mouses, no, like mice, gaming mice and headsets. So I think that's what will draw in a lot of people. The promise that you can earn these items and real-world products. So yeah, even if TF2 is updated again and Valve fixes the game, I don't think that Faceit will lose its appeal. It's something that if they really want to push in the following years, that really can last forever, as long as they are interested in supporting the game. So that's it. Hello Dicky, hello, how are you doing? And again fellas, if you want to join in and play with us, we are playing on our new Miami server. That as well as our Brazilian servers and our London server will be up indefinitely, as long as I can pay for it. By the way, the costs to rent these servers are coming from my Brazilian subscribers. For now, I have a, how do you say it, a crowdfunding campaign in Brazil to pay the costs to our servers. And I'm able to open the London server and the Miami server and keep them up because of that crowdfunding campaign I have in Brazil. As soon as I can monetize this channel, I'll probably start a membership program here, so you fellas can support too if you want. And then you get reserved slots, that sort of stuff that my Brazilian supporters already have on the Brazilian servers. Also, by the way, I'm looking to set up... no, Frappe Man! I'm looking to set up an admin group, both for my London server and for this Miami server. So if you're interested, feel free to get in touch with me through our Steam group or through email. My email is on the description as well. So that's it. I already have some people for the European moderation group, but I'm still looking for more, and I'm still looking for North American moderators. So if you have any interest, feel free to get in touch. It would be neat. Oh my god, there's a sentry there. I haven't even noticed it. And by the way, this is a community map we have on our rotation. It's on the workshop. I think it's called Antiquity. Trolleyfish saying you will probably need to grind a couple of months to get an Australian. Yeah, you have to earn any of these items. You have to play a lot on their servers. That's for sure. But considering people play TF2 for years, if Faceit really sticks to their promise of supporting the game, I imagine someday you'll be able to get those items. I don't... come on! Fry pan man! Where is your frying pan? Come on, you're the fry pan man! But I don't really see myself grinding on their servers. I think I'll play eventually there, not worrying about the items and stuff like that. Because I have my own servers, you know. There isn't much reason for me to play on other people's servers, considering I have a community that wants to play with me here. So that's it in my case. But I imagine for most players, it really will be a godsend, this Faceit casual servers. Is that the fry pan man? No, it is. I think it isn't. I'll check it later, but I think it isn't. So yeah. Monster saying, average money spending fan, average grinding money on Faceit enjoyer. I really like that meme. I like that meme. I preferred the Virgin and Chad meme. I think that format is funnier. But the fan and enjoyer is also great. It's like another format for the same meme, you know. It's interesting. Devi asking, what about setting up a Patreon? I looked into that, Devi, and it could be a possibility. The problem with Patreon, for me... it is Fry Pan Man. I think it is Fry Pan Man. No, it is Pedroca. Okay. The problem with Patreon for me is that because I'm in Brazil, it is kind of a hassle to receive earnings from abroad. You know, our last stream I was talking how Brazil is peculiar and weird and not good in many ways. And this is one of those ways. If I had a Patreon, I could receive stuff from abroad, but I would have to pay a lot of taxes on that. And because I already have a YouTube account with AdSense set up, my other channel is monetized and already has AdSense set up for me to receive payments from Google, it would be easier for me to use that to receive my support from you, to keep the servers up and running. So that's why I'm thinking of, instead of starting a Patreon, I'm thinking of grinding this channel to get it monetized and then start using the memberships here on YouTube. I think it would be easier. Unless I find some way to use Patreon and not get absurdly taxed here in Brazil. So that's it. But you shouldn't be worried about these servers here, the Miami and the London server closing in the near future. As I said, right now, with the support I get from my Brazilian subscribers, I can keep these servers up and running. At least for now. I don't know how things will be a month from now, because economically things aren't good here in Brazil. We're facing a crisis. But if things don't get too apocalyptic too soon, I should be able to keep these servers running. So that's it. Ruvis, I'm coming for you, Analysis is saying. Hello, Analysis, how are you doing? Come play with us, it will be fun. This map's quite good, you know. There are a lot of cool maps on the workshop that Valve could seriously use and put into the game officially. This map is really interesting. Well done, map creator who made this map. João Vitor asking me if I have interest in playing other games. I do, João Vitor. I play 7 Days to Die, for example, quite often. But not here on this channel. I think that it is best to stick to one audience. And my main interest is to support the TF2 community. Because I think this game is special and I think it is in dire need of some support. So I'll probably stick to playing TF2 here on this channel. Maybe someday I'll do some Overwatch gameplays or live streams because I enjoy that game as well. I have to play more Overwatch more often because it is a really fine game. But I'll probably stick to TF2 as the main game here on this channel. I don't plan on turning this or even my Brazilian channel into a variety channel. I think that specializing in one game like I've always done is better for me. At least it's more of my style, you know. I think it fits better with me. So that's it. The Chad Heavy versus the Virgin Scout, Devi is saying. That would be a fine meme template, Devi. That would be nice. Hello, Cartola. Hello, José Henrique. How are you doing? Cartola asking me what I think about polarization. I think you're talking about political polarization. I think it's a bad thing. Polarizing stuff is never a good idea. Ah, here's that Pyro. Let me use my Righteous Bison because, you see, he can't air blast the Righteous Bison. Righteous Bison is the best weapon in the game. We won the match right now because I used the Righteous Bison, as you can see. Using the Righteous Bison is an instant win. So that's it. I really like the Righteous Bison, by the way. I'm joking, but I really like the Righteous Bison. It is a great weapon. Dev is saying, you should allow donations on streams when you become monetized. Yes, I will do that, Devi. On my other channel, I already get a lot of support through super chats and super stickers, and I intend on enabling that here on this channel when I get monetized. I think that probably by the end of the year, if I keep up with my update schedule here, and the live streams we do and everything, I think that by the end of the year we should have a monetized channel here. So I'm looking forward to that. It would be nice. And Trolleyfish saying, the one problem with sticking with one game only is it burns out. I think that's what he meant. And that's true, Trolleyfish, but what I do to avoid that is that I don't really play... I'm sorry, Scout. I'm sorry. I don't really play for that long. I see a lot of YouTubers getting burned out of Team Fortress 2 and stuff like that. And that usually happens because they don't take breaks. And I do that quite often. There are some weeks even in which the only times I play TF2 is to do these live streams. On my other channel I do, in Portuguese, 2 live streams per week. And here I'm doing on every Sunday, so once a week. And I see creators doing a lot, pumping out a lot more content than that. And I think that's why they get burned out. Like uploading videos every day, you know, and stuff like that. I think Spike Mikey was doing something like that, posting videos every day. And it's good for channel growth and everything, but I don't think it's good for your mental health, you know. As you said, you get burned out faster like that. So I try to avoid rushing myself like that. And you fellas probably noticed that I'm using these streams to release content through the week. So I cut the stream This reminds me of a song right now. Ah, come on, Tornado, come on. I don't know how familiar you are with that song. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. You know, I think it's from Papa Roach. I think it is. I'm not sure. But I was going to say, I cut my string into pieces, make into multiple videos, you know? Maybe I could make a parody song with that. And that works pretty well. If you have a channel and you are looking for a way to publish content more often without burning yourself out, updating string highlights is something you can do. You just have to edit your highlights and make sure you are talking about something that is of someone's interest. Because if you're just playing, you know, in silence, oh, I'm playing my game here, people won't be interested in watching highlights like that. You have to turn your stream into an event where you talk with your subscribers about interesting topics. That's what I've been doing, and I hope to keep doing that. I think it's a good idea. So yeah, I don't think I'll be burned out of TF2. My other channel has been running since 2013, for you fellas to have an idea, and I don't get tired of this game. All you have to do is pace yourself correctly, and the game will be fun forever. That's what I think. Let me get. I think this one's Tornado. Yeah, it is Tornado. I got him. And maybe they have an engineer up here? No, they don't. Engineer. Oh, there's a pyro there. Okay. Let me use the Righteous Bison, as you fellas were saying there. Righteous Bison is overpowered. The strongest weapon in the game. That's it. João Vitor asking if I have interest in competitive TF2. Not much, João Vitor. I don't really have interest. And Boy G Guy asking where does he go to get into my server. Boy, I'm gonna show you right now. You can go to the, let me close my console. Go to find the game, community servers. In your favorites tab, click here, add a server. And then type in the server IP. In the case of the server we're playing right now, it is miami.allyegames.website. I think it's :27015. You can find that IP on screen, it is displayed on screen, and on the live description, so you can copy and paste it. And then you add the server to your favorites and you can join through here. You can also join through the console by using the connect command if you prefer. So yeah, that's it. Come play with us, it will be nice. And I'll be dead here in a second. Okay, I picked that scout. Let me help people protect the point, because we're playing for the objective here. So yeah. Dev is saying Whammo posts every day. I don't think he posts videos every day, Dev. As far as I know, he posts videos, I think once or twice a week, and he posts every day on his community tab, if I'm not mistaken. That's something you can do as well, and it helps the channel, and it isn't that tiring. Because a community tab post can be a poll, just you sharing another video, stuff like that, and it's really fine to do. Hey Zezinho, hello, welcome to the channel, Zezinho. Welcome. What else are you saying? Cartola saying the live will be watched by more people. Thank you very much, Cartola, for sharing the live. I'm very thankful for that. Migatuga was playing with Mr. Dispenser. Mr. Dispenser is a nice guy. I really like his channel as well. Ah, okay, and you sent me an email. Nice, I'll check it out later, Migatuga, for sure. For sure. Let me see what else. Pyro just got Bison. Yeah. One thing I really like about the Righteous Bison is that Pyros don't know what to do with it. Because it is a projectile, they often try to air blast it, even if they know they can't air blast it. It's kind of like a reflex for a Pyro, you know. They see a projectile coming, and they have to try to reflect it, to air blast it. So you can really mess them up with the Bison like that, because it is a projectile weapon. I like it so much. And there's a sniper trying to hit us there. Let me harass him a bit, just so he can't really aim at my team. Where's that heavy? I think it is dead. This soldier... Damn, Polar! Polar is a friend of mine. He's pursuing me here. And I'm really happy this server is standing as well as it is doing. I think almost no one here is from Miami. JetBlaze may be from the US, I imagine. And CD-Ru, I imagine, is from the US as well. But other than that, I think everyone is either from South America or Europe. So yeah, it's fine. I think this Miami server could be a good middle ground for us to play, because if everyone stays with about 100 ping, then it is quite playable for everyone. Again, not ideal, but playable. Ah, come on, Pyro. Come on, Pyro, let me hit you with my sword. What am I doing? Okay, I got him. Nice. Thank you, Pyro. Thank you, Memes0308. Thanks for your help. So yeah. Oh, and another pet peeve I have with all this Faceit stuff and everything is that a lot of people is saying this is a community project. You know, I think I've heard that from Spike Mikey and other YouTubers. By the way, I really like Spike Mikey, I love his content. He's a great content creator. I like... Ha! Polar, got you. I like what he does on YouTube. But if I'm not mistaken, he was saying, he and other people from YouTube and Twitch and social media people in general, was saying that this Faceit stuff is a community project, and I have to disagree on that. Because it isn't something that's being funded and organized and worked on by the community, you know. Like, for example, creators.tf is. And I think it is unfair to really say that this Faceit servers and everything is a community project. Unfair to other community projects, like the potato.tf servers, like balance mod, like creators.tf. Because Faceit is a profitable company. They have a lot more resources and know-how to really manage their servers and to open servers on more regions, you know, that's what I mean. It's not like they are working on a limited budget, or they don't have the tech to open servers whatever they want. They do have that available for them, at least. Let me help the spy. Ah, come on. I couldn't help the spy. I was trying to lure the scout into him so the spy could trick stab. And Firefly's playing with us, nice. A lot of friends from my Steam playing with us. And by the way, I don't accept new friend requests on Steam. My friend list is so full that when I get online, I'm showered with messages and I can't even talk to anyone anymore on Steam. That's why I don't accept friend requests anymore. Unless you're like a content creator that wants to collab and stuff like that, then maybe I can accept your request. I know, for example, I friended Mr. Dispenser and other YouTubers that I felt like it was interesting to collab with them, and they were people that were similar to me. Who was shooting at us? I don't know. So that's it. Cartola asking if I enjoyed that meme. That going to Brazil meme. Yes, I do, Cartola. We're memeing about it last stream. It was really fun. You can watch on the stream archive if you want. Okay. One thing good about my ping being a bit lower here on this Miami server is that I can rocket jump properly. Or at least as close of rocket jumping properly that I can get, because I'm still quite bad at rocket jumping. But I try. I think that's what's important. You have to try if you want to succeed. Okay, no, this isn't an enemy spy, but this is. I thought he was going to try a stair stab there, but he didn't. So yeah. What else are you saying there? Let me see. What else? Jet saying this is really fun. Thank you very much, Jet. I'm glad you are enjoying the stream. I'm also having a lot of fun. I like streaming for you fellas. It is quite fun and interesting and engaging. I'm glad I can do this for you. It is great. Hey Akuro Nerd, how are you doing, Akuro? What else? Hovi saying how to use sniper. That's an interesting way to put it, how to play sniper. That's nice. And Jet Ovendraw saying everything is fun and games until someone brings out the Brass Beast. I think the Brass Beast is a lot more useful than people give it credit for, you know. It isn't a bad minigun in any regard. The default minigun is still better, in my opinion, but the Brass Beast can be put to good use if you know what you're doing. I feel like you have to be a bit more experienced as heavy to really use it well, but it is quite good, especially if you have a lot of snipers on the enemy team, because it gives you the added resistance when it is deployed. It can be useful for surviving headshots, especially if you use the Dalokos bar, so you can improve your max HP and then get the resistance from the Brass Beast. It is an interesting weapon to use. Also, one thing I like to do with the Brass Beast is to use it to harass snipers at long range, because it has a higher base damage. You can do a bit more damage far away, you know, at range. So you can sort of snipe with it. The Tomislav is better for sniping as heavy. That's silly to say, but I think you get my point. The Tomislav is better because it has a smaller spread radius, but the Brass Beast can deal more damage at range. So I think that's also interesting, especially paired with the resistance it gives you as a heavy. So yeah, it's a good weapon to use. I'd recommend. See you next time, Jetoven. Thank you for passing by and coming play with us. Again, this Miami server will stay up and running, so if you want a place to play with friends, you can always come here. Thank you very much, Jetoven Draws. Powerhouse, best map in the game. And I think I'm going to play Demo Man today. Let me use the loose cannon and go Demonite, because it's been a while since I've played Demonite. I like to use the Charging Targe and the Islander. I know they are not the best weapons for Demonite or mixed Demonite, but I like them because I have this festive set and I think they look really nice. So that's it. See you next time, Jetoven. GG. Come back later, and you can always watch the archive of the full stream later if you want. So yeah, Powerhouse, the map that got updated recently, by the way. And I think the fact that we are getting somewhat occasional and random TF2 updates, like for example, before Smithmas, Manpower was updated, and recently Powerhouse was updated with a weird update. Added a timer to Powerhouse. Why? Why add a timer now? I think I liked how Powerhouse worked previously, and I think that adding a timer to it makes the map objectively better. So I agree with what they did. I think more people will be able to enjoy this map now, and it is a good map in my opinion. Not the best map, but it is a good map. It is fun to play on. But I was wondering, why would they make this change now, you know? And I think that's actually a good sign, because it shows that there is someone at Valve playing TF2. There was someone playing Manpower. I bet there was someone playing Manpower at Valve for it to get updated. Probably someone bored as hell in this pandemic and, oh, let me play this game mode, this weird game mode from this forgotten game. Let me see if it is fun. There's something we can do to make it better and adjust things and stuff like that. I think that's why Manpower got updated. And probably that's also why Powerhouse got updated recently. I imagine there is someone playing TF2 at Valve and seeing small stuff that can be done to improve the game. And probably some personal pet peeves. I can imagine a developer new to the TF team or something like that playing this map and thinking, why don't the matches end? Why they don't end? Why they go forever? There isn't a timer on this map. We have to change that, you know, and then pushing an update to the game specifically to change that feature. So a lot of people were complaining of this Powerhouse change, like, well, what a random change. But I think it's good news for the game. It's a sign that there is someone at Valve still playing the game at least, even if only occasionally. So yeah, that's what I think. Hey, hello Hovin Sniper, how are you doing? I'm glad to have you here. Also subscribe to Hovin Sniper, he has a very interesting channel here on YouTube. He does animations, commentaries, a lot of good stuff. That was a spy. And he also streams on Twitch. His stream is quite a nice and entertaining stream to watch. So subscribe to him, check him out. He's a great guy. Glad to have you here. I'm fine, Hovin Sniper. And how about you? What is this Pyro doing? Is he just joking around? That's another thing I don't know how well will translate to Faceit. You know, the silliness that is TF2. I hope people don't play it as if it was like a competitive mode. Because, you know, I enjoy playing the game seriously from time to time, but it is also important to preserve its silly nature. TF2 wouldn't be the same with everyone tryharding all the time, you know, and always, oh, I have to play well, and things like that. I think the game is better when it is not being taken seriously, or at least not too seriously. So yeah, come on, Sniper, just die! Ah, I can't hit him. Pedroca is too slick for me. So yeah. What else are you saying? Analysis saying no more Infinity House. Yes, no more. I liked the fact that matches were perpetuals, you know, that they never ended. I really liked that. So yeah, Akuro Nerd is saying, I don't understand why some people don't like the Righteous Bison. Honestly, I love the Bison so much. I think it's because it isn't very useful, you know, compared to a shotgun. Or to something like the gunboats or the man threads, the Righteous Bison really isn't that useful. You are kind of handicapping yourself by using it. There's a spy there. Ah, he got away! Malandro, as we say here in Brazil. Malandro is like... It's hard to translate the word malandro, and I'll probably have a lot of Brazilians saying I'm translating it wrong. But I think that a good translation to malandro, at least in the sense that I'm using here, is scoundrel. That's how I would translate it now. Come on, I should use my sword more. This is getting ridiculous. Thank you, Tornera. Thank you very much for dying there. But yeah, a malandro here in Brazil is someone who has also some street smarts, you know. A person that is a smart person in this society. Like someone who can take advantage of the situation is also a malandro. But it is also a word that doesn't have really a positive connotation, you know. It is kind of like scoundrel, you know. I think. So that's it. Oh my god. That fire went crazy with his flamethrower. That was fun. He was like spinning like crazy. I love when they do that. That's nice. Purple Stupidness saying less subs than Mr. Dispenser but has more viewers on stream. Lol. The thumbnail was nice, so I see why. Thank you very much. I try to do good thumbnails, you know, appealing thumbnails and stuff like that. I think it's really important. But I think that the biggest factor is the fact that I already have another channel with 30,000 subscribers. So some of my 28,000 subscribers I have on my other channel. It is a Brazilian channel. So a lot of people from that channel end up finding me here and following because they already know me. So I think that's why we have more viewers. But yeah. Mr. Dispenser is great. By the way, look him up on YouTube and subscribe to him. He does a great work on his channel. Ah, and you're learning Latin. That's quite interesting, Purple Stupidness. Latin is quite an interesting language to learn, or at least have some insight. If you want to learn Portuguese, Italian, French, and other Latin languages, you know, Spanish, for example, and stuff like that. Knowing a bit of Latin can help you with that. But other than that, I don't really see a lot of use for Latin nowadays. Perhaps learning something like Esperanto would be more useful for you, I can imagine. I've learned a bit of Latin when I was at my college. I studied languages on college, and we had, I think, 2 semesters of Latin, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot most of it because, again, I don't really use it for anything, but it is an interesting language to study. A lot of stuff in English is also derived from Latin when you go to check it out, really. It is surprising because English is not a Latin language, it is a Germanic language. So I was quite surprised when I found out that there are many words in English that come from Latin. It's quite interesting to see. And Hobby Sniper is learning Portuguese. Nice! Soon you'll be able to watch my Brazilian live streams as well, Hobby Sniper, and understand everything I'm saying. That's a great thing. Devi asking me what is my other channel. It is All Yeah Games. If you look at the IPs of all my servers, Devi, you can see that all of them start, or at least have in them a part that says All Yeah Games, and that's because that's the name of my other channel. If you want to subscribe to it, go for it, but I only post content in Portuguese there. This here is the channel for international audiences. All Yeah Games I use more for my Brazilian followers and my followers from other Portuguese-speaking countries, like Portugal, Mozambique, countries like that speak Portuguese as a native or as a second language. So yeah. But feel free to look for it. All Yeah Games is the name of my other channel. What else are you saying? Hovin Sniper asking what I think about TF2 on Faceit. I already answered that, Hovin Sniper, on the beginning of stream, so I won't repeat myself a lot, but I think it's good. I don't think Valve will get together to help them directly, but I think it is good news for the game. Make sure to watch the stream archive later, so you can watch the start of the stream when I'm talking about that, because I talked about some of my concerns with it as well. So yeah. What else? Let me see what you're saying, because I like to talk with you on stream. I think it's more interesting like that. Panzerjäger, hey, I have been in the server for a while. Hello, Panzerjäger. I've noticed you are here. I'm glad you could join. I can see a lot of people from the US now joining. Most of people are not from the US here, But I imagine Gamer Guy, Panzer, here you are, hello Panzer. Hikiko, probably is from the US, Jibus, I think is from the US as well. If you fellas want to become admins for this server, let me know, look for me on our Steam group and reach out to me there or through my email, because I'm looking for admins for this server. We are going to need them. Because I think a community server is only useful if it is well moderated, you know. If there aren't people playing in when watching the game on community servers, they usually don't live on. So I want to form a group of admins for my servers. Both the European server and the US server, the Miami server, that's where we are playing on right now. Ah, Firefly! Come on, Firefly, let me play! So yeah. Cartola is worried that Portuguese is going to get a lot of words from English. I think that's a natural phenomenon, Cartola. It's kind of like when the Roman Empire was the dominant nation in the world, a lot of other languages got words from Latin. It's the same thing. There's no point to trying to avoid that, in my opinion. It's natural. What else are you saying? Migatuga asking if South America has another country who learns Portuguese. I don't think so, Migatuga. I think that Brazil is the only country that really has Portuguese as a spoken language. Perhaps other countries from Mercosur. By the way, Mercosur is kind of like the European Union from South America. You know, it's not quite like the European Union, but it is an economical association of countries, economical and political. I think that other members of the Mercosur might have Portuguese taught on their schools, but I'm not aware of it. I think it is only Brazil, in fact. So yeah. Brenner asking me if I think it's a bad thing that Brazil doesn't speak Spanish. We could be closer to other countries in Latin America if Brazil spoke Spanish. That's true, Brenner. But I don't think it's a bad thing, you know. I think it's a thing that happened. It's kind of like asking yourself, was it a bad thing that, you know, the United States started speaking English? They could be closer to Latin America if they spoke Spanish, you know, stuff like that. I think that's neither good nor bad. But what you're saying, that Brazil could be closer to other countries if the official language was Spanish, that definitely is true. That's true. One of the reasons why I started this channel here is actually to appeal to a broader public. It is kind of hard having a channel only in Portuguese. Because sure, there are a lot of people in Brazil and Portugal and other countries around the world that speak Portuguese. But Spanish and English are way larger languages in the world. There are a lot more people speaking Spanish and English in the world. So yeah, I was feeling like I was missing out on a lot of possible viewers by only speaking Portuguese. So I understand your concern there. So yeah. Hovi Sniper saying he wishes he could join. You can, Hovi Sniper, the IP is on screen. You can, there's even one slot on the server. Try joining it, perhaps you can get in. And I'm playing with 130 ping. So it is more manageable than last week when we were playing on our European server. And by the way, next week I'll be playing on the London server. We'll stick to this rotation though. 1 week on the US server, 1 week on the European server. I'll keep alternating like that. So yeah. Cartola saying he loves English and Portuguese and he doesn't want to mix them. Hey, you can speak as you prefer. T-Pose Gang! The team's here. The best clan on TF2, the T-Pose Gang. I'll never understand people like this. I get it, it is funny, you know, but I prefer to play the game. At least personally. But yeah. And per top saying I also do live opening boxes. Yes, on my Brazilian channel I open crates more often. I think here on this channel I only did one video opening TF2 crates. Because they are quite expensive here in Brazil to open. I think the main cost supply crate key goes for about $2 and something like that. And here in Brazil, the exchange rate for our local currency and the US dollar is quite bad. Let me open the main co-store for you to have a look. These prices are all in Brazilian reais, that are our local currency. Let me see. The main co-supply crate key, where is it? Where is it? Here. 13.99 Brazilian reais. And for you to put in perspective, most Brazilians earn about 1,000 reais. So 1,000, 1,500 reais. I think that's a good estimate for a generic salary here in Brazil, at least for the majority of the population. We are quite poor still. There are rich people in Brazil. I myself am quite blessed because I can live in rather comfortable conditions. But there are a lot of people who are still very poor in Brazil. And our local currency was one of the currencies in the world that lost the most value in the last year. In the span of a year, I think it lost half of its value or something like that. It's quite bad, this situation here. But on my Brazilian channel, I open crates more often because I'm sponsored by Menco.trade and Menco.store there. So they send me some keys every month and I use those keys to buy stuff that I like and to open crates. So that's why. As soon as I reach something like 5,000, 10,000 subscribers here on this channel, I'll probably try to get sponsored by Menco.trade and Menco.store here as well. So if I can manage that, we could have more videos opening crates. Like one video like that each month or something like that. I think it would be interesting. But right now I can't open any more crates with my own money. It would really be bad for my finances, you know. And you have to be careful with that stuff. Don't go spending money on keys to open crates if you can't afford them. That's not a good idea. So that's why I open crates on my other channel and I don't open them here yet. So yeah. Trolleyfish saying cries in European. Don't cry, Trolleyfish. Please don't cry. You fellas there are doing better than us here in Brazil. So yeah. Rovin Sniper is tired. It's okay, Rovin Sniper. Don't worry. You can always play with me next Sunday. Don't worry. Migatuga asking if I already showed Josefina to my international subscribers here. I haven't yet, Migatuga. By the way, let me show Josefina for you fellas. Just give me a sec. I'll be back in a while. Just a second. There you go, I'm back everyone. Let me set up again properly so I can show you Josefina. Josefina is kind of a character on my other channel, and I'll probably use her on my unboxings because we play together that she has like some mystical power or something like that to increase our chances of getting an unusual when opening crates, and sometimes it works. I already had a lot of luck with her opening crates, but other times it doesn't work. Let me show you who Josefina is. Here it is. This is my cat, Josefina. You see, it is a pillow, a silly cat pillow that I like to use when I open crates, and she's messing the white balance of my camera. You can see my green screen back there. Let me see if like this it is okay. Yes, it is okay. So when I go open crates on my other channel, I usually use Josefina like this, and she sticks around the whole string while we open crates to give us some good luck. So yeah, this is Josefina. She's great. She has a special jutsu, like in Naruto, you know. Who there likes to watch Naruto? To open crates. It's kinda cringe if you think about it, but it's also funny. That's why I like her. So yeah. Yeah, Josefina! Josefina is great. I really like Josefina. So yeah. Trolleyfish saying that opening crates in general is a bad idea. Yes, it is. I always state that when I go open crates, because it isn't worth your money opening crates. It's a horrible idea. You almost always lose all the value you are trying to earn, you know. Don't open crates, okay? It is a horrible idea. Don't do it. But I like to do it when I can do it without spending my own money. So that's, I think, is one of the perks of having a sponsored channel. Cookie Constructor is having a hard time with his connection. So yeah. The Frypan Man saying he's getting auto-disconnected. Why, Frypan Man? Let me know later through Steam or through my email why that is happening to you, if you're receiving some sort of error message or something like that. Because perhaps it is something we can fix on the server for you. So let me know. Yeah, Josefina. Everyone likes Josefina. She's great. Boy saying all his hats are trash because his account got hacked. Oh, that's sad, boy. I hope you can get your items back, or at least eventually buy some cool items again for you. A lot of my friends are getting hacked or scammed nowadays, and it is quite sad to see it happening to them. I wish Steam moderation did more to stop scammers on Steam. It is really sad what's happening. So yeah. Yeah, Pertop is saying that sometimes we chant Ricardo Milos vem aqui, which means Ricardo Milos come here. It is also a chant we do when we open these crates here. Let me show you, fellas. I think I have some on my inventory. These ones. Because these ones have the Ricardo Milos hat. This one. And when we try to open one of these to get an unusual version of this Ricardo Milos hat, we always chant Ricardo Milos come here to try and summon Ricardo Milos so you can get an unusual. It is sort of silly stuff we do on my other channel, and I hope I can do that here as well as the channel grows. I think it will be fun, it will be interesting. Trolleyfish saying, dear God, it's God himself in cat form. I wouldn't say that, but Josefina is pretty powerful. She has a lot of chakra, you know. She's strong. Hello, Sonicro! How are you doing, Sonicro? I'm glad to have you here. Thank you very much for passing by. Oh yeah, internationals. Yeah, here's old school TF2. But that's the idea, Sonicro. I'm glad you're here with us. That's really nice. So yeah. Faceit saying, if you fall for a scam, that's your fault. Steam moderation can only restrict accounts from trading, I believe. They can also permanently ban accounts from Steam if they see the account violating Steam terms of service. And I agree with you, Faceit, that people that get scammed could have paid better attention not to get scammed, but at the same time, Valve shouldn't allow these accounts to keep operating, especially because a lot of these accounts that are used to scam other players are being run by bots. They are automated, and that's specifically against Steam terms of service. So if Valve wanted, and here we have Farstack, my friend Jillian using the Ricardo Milos hat, as you can see. Very handsome, bearded Ricardo Milos. That's quite funny. But as I was saying, Delphite, Valve could, if they wanted, act against these accounts and ban them from Steam, like exclude the account altogether, because that's against terms of service. Even only scamming on Steam is also against terms of service. So it is Valve's obligation to take action against these accounts. And what makes me sad is that sometimes Valve doesn't seem to care about it, and we see accounts that are years old and have only been used to scam people still being around today. That's quite sad in my opinion. So that's what I mean, you know. But yeah, everyone should really pay attention not to get scammed. It is really something you have to look out for. Be careful with your items. And there's a spy here. Yeah, he's trying to escape there. It is Trolleyfish, I'm sorry, Trolleyfish. But when you are waiting on spawn like that, when you're a spy and you're trying to hide yourself here, you should not be disguised, because if you are going to show through with the outline effect, just like you've seen. So be careful about that. When you want to camp spawn, don't disguise. Stay undisguised. That will be better for you. Let me chase the sniper here. Okay, this spy was going to get a kill, but either way it's okay, we got him. Let me run away because things are getting dangerous here and I'm dead. Yeah. Obo Fake got me. Bye Marcio, have a nice afternoon. Thank you for passing by, Marcio. You're great. Thank you very much. And I'll also be ending stream shortly, people. We usually stream for about 1 hour here. So I'll be ending this stream shortly. I think I'll do one more live here, and then I'll end it. What else are you saying? Trolleyfish is saying, that's why I don't open links from random people or even trade with people. The fear of losing everything. Yeah, I don't think you have to avoid trading altogether. You just have to be really careful and use the mobile authenticator on Steam, you know. That alone will help you keep your items and avoid scams. One thing I found really important is to avoid connecting and hitting weird links and random links people send you. That's really something you should avoid. And when logging into your Steam account, always make sure you are on the real Steam website. I've seen throughout the years a lot of websites trying to fake the Steam login page, and that's where people usually lose their items, on a fake login page for Steam. One I've seen before is, instead of steamcommunity.com, I've seen sterncommunity.com, because the R in lowercase is similar to the M in the URL. So be careful with that, and you should be fine. So yeah, Cartola Shibs is alright, don't worry. She was just sneezing. And by the way, Shibs is my wife. So that's it for those who don't already know. She's okay, don't worry. I like to spam this angle here. I think you can really hit a lot of people like that. Okay. I'm running low on health. I think I'll come here. Yeah. I think this one is Trolleyfish. Let me check if it is him. Ah, no it isn't. It is Cookie Constructor. Okay. The Frypan Man had to go. No problem, the Frypan Man. You've blessed the server, that's sure. Thank you very much. Frypan Man is our hero, he's great. Delphite saying, yeah, I wish Valve would do something, but in their defense there will always be scammers on Steam, especially since making accounts is completely free. Yeah, that's true, Delphite. But I still think they could be doing more to stop this. Making new Steam accounts is free, and it is also really vulnerable to automation. I wish they could take some measures to block automated account creation on Steam. There are other social media websites that already have this sort of filter or this sort of care. I think, for example, YouTube isn't really fond of automated accounts. I see, for example, a lot of bots commenting on my videos, and they automatically go to the spam filter. Considering the amount of comments I get, very few bot comments manage to bypass the spam filter I use here on YouTube. And I think Steam could do something similar, you know. The tech is already there, this tech to fight bot accounts and stuff, and stop bots from spamming or using your platform altogether. There are already resources out there for that. I wish just that Valve would use them. It would make the platform a lot better. For sure. And we won, okay. It was a nice match. I think I managed to play well. So that's it, fellas. I think I'll be ending stream right now. Again, as I said, we always stream for about 1 hour. That's the stretch I usually do my streams. And the thinking around that is that I want people to congregate, to get together as if it were a special event, you know, something like that. So thank you very much everyone who has come to watch, everyone who has come to play with us. I enjoyed it a lot and I hope you had a lot of fun as well. I'll be streaming again on next Sunday. This week I don't think I'll be uploading a new commentary video, like one of those discussion videos I always do. But I will be uploading stream highlights, so if you didn't catch the whole stream, or if you want to rewatch any part of the stream with a bit more editing and stuff like that, keep an eye out for the highlights I'll be uploading this week. So that's it. Let me see what you're saying before I finish. Migatuga is asking if I know how to change the language in TF2. I believe, Migatuga, you have to change the language on Steam. If you use Steam on English, for example, TF2 will be in English. That's how I think it works. So yeah. Bye, RoboFake. See you next time. What else are you saying? Boy saying, you know the thing I love about your server? It's so close to OG TF2 and no bots. Thank you very much, Boy G Guy. That's the idea. I hope I can always keep my server a nice place for us to play together. And if there are bots or cheaters, eventually they will get banned. You can be sure of that. Don't worry about it. And I believe they don't often target community servers. I think most bot hosters and creators prefer to stick to casual because it is easier to connect en masse on those servers. So yeah. Salgado asking me how far I sit from my monitor. About 1 arm's length, Salgado. A bit more, maybe 1 arm and 1 hand. That's the distance I use. I think it's good for my eyes. So yeah. Ovin Sniper saying he saw a lot of bots in his channel too, but eventually they stopped commenting. Yeah, it's like waves, Ovin Sniper. But usually the YouTube spam filter is good enough to stop them. So that's it. Bye, Migatuga, see you next time. Salve! Salve for Brazil, our country! Brazil is a weird country, salve for Brazil. So yeah. Ravio asking if it is already ending. It is, Ravio. We usually stream for about 1 hour. I always let you know beforehand the time we will start streaming. It is always on Sunday afternoon here for me in Brazil. And next week I'll start a bit sooner because we'll be playing on our European server. Okay, so next week it will be on our London server, this stream. So yeah, Mr. Dispenser arrived now. Don't worry, Mr. Dispenser. Next week I'll stream a bit earlier on the European server, so don't worry about it. And you fellas can always watch this stream archive if you want to watch the whole stream after it ends. And I'll upload highlights later, so don't worry about that. So yeah, see you next time, fellas. I hope you have a great afternoon, night, or morning, whatever you are. And talk to you later. We'll be streaming again on Sunday. Stay tuned for the stream highlights on my channel this week. See you next time and bye bye, fellas. Thank you for passing by, everyone.